Good evening, this is All India Radio Kohima and I am Nobin Pradhan with the evening news. The headlines. Nagaland government welcomes ENPO decision to forgive state government on the May 26 Tuensang fiasco. Another 16 patients test COVID-19 positive, increasing the total cases in Nagaland to 748. Wokha District Administration, Police and Forest Department carries out anti-encroachment drive and Union HRD Ministry formulates detailed SOP for conducting university examinations in the country. Now the news in detail. The Nagaland government has welcomed the decision of the Eastern Nagaland People's Organization (ENPO) in forgiving the state government with regard to the May 26 Tuensang fiasco. This was conveyed today by Minister for Planning and Coordination, Land Revenue and Parliamentary Affairs Niba Kronu while talking to a section of the media. He said the government appreciates the wisdom of the ENPO for understanding and deciding to forgive. Kronu, who is also the government spokesperson on the COVID-19 pandemic, asserted the ENPO that the government and ENPO will always try to understand each other's problems and work together in cohesion in the interest and welfare of the state. On the 26th of May, over 160 Chennai returnees were transported to Tuensang from Kohima without waiting for the mandatory COVID-19 test results, out of which one of the returnees was found to be positive the next day. Meanwhile, Kronu reiterated the High-Powered Committee HPC on COVID-19 decision to bring out new Single Standard Operating Procedure SOP for all purposes in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic in Nagaland, including returnees and lockdown measures. Saying that drafting of the new SOP and guidelines has begun, the minister said that it will take some more time to come into effect as a thorough study will be made so as to avoid any confusions. He therefore informed that the current SOP on returnees and lockdown guidelines will remain in force till the time a fresh one is issued. In Nagaland, another 16 COVID-19 cases have been detected today, taking the state's tally of confirmed cases to 748. In his two Twitter updates for the day, Minister for Health and Family Welfare S. Pangnupom said, of the more than 310 samples tested, 7 in Kohima, 5 in Tuensang, 3 in Mon and 1 in Mokokchung tested positive. He also said that 9 patients from Tuensang tested negative today, increasing the recovered patients tally to 313 while 435 are active. The union government has said that a total number of people who have recovered from the coronavirus infection has crossed the 5 lakh mark. A total of 5,15,386 people affected with coronavirus have recovered in the country so far. In the past 24 hours, 19,873 people have recovered from COVID-19 and with this, the recovery rate has reached 62.78%. In terms of recovery rate, the top 5 states and union territories are Ladakh, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Delhi and Rajasthan, wherein the recovery rate is above 76%. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 27,114 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country within 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 8,20,916. This is the highest number of fresh cases recorded in India since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Presently, the total number of active corona cases in the country is 2,83,407. In a single day, 519 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 22,123. The case fatality rate in the country is now 2.69%. In continuation of the efforts against encroachment on the government-purchased lands at Yimparasa, Bhandari and Longayim in Wokha district, an anti-encroachment drive was carried out yesterday by a joint team consisting of Forest, District Administration and the police. The joint team cleared off more than 10,000 trees from the illegal plantations at the 3 government-purchased lands. The team also dismantled and burnt down around 20 farm huts and fencings, destroyed fishery ponds and illegally paved approach roads by digging trenches. The anti-encroachment team has cautioned that henceforth legal actions would be initiated against anyone found guilty of encroaching on government-purchased lands. You're listening to the news from All India Radio, Kohima. The Human Resource Development Ministry has formulated a detailed standard operating procedure SOP for conducting university examinations in the country. The SOP, formulated in association with the Ministry of Home Affairs and Ministry of Health, have been devised to ensure students' safety, fairness and equal opportunity amid the global pandemic due to COVID-19. Union HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal has informed that the UGC has issued a guideline to conduct all the examinations of the terminal semester in the universities by 30th of September this year. He said these exams will be conducted through offline, online or mixed mode. HRD Ministry informed that in case any student of final year is unable to appear in these examinations, the student will be given an opportunity at a later stage. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has called for adoption of environment-friendly architecture and designs in the country to address future health threats. He was addressing the inaugural ceremony of the National Conference of Indian Institute of Architects virtually today. Naidu urged architects and designers to answer the challenges posed by the pandemic through modification in their designs. He said the design and architecture fraternity need to regroup and look for solutions to the problems created by the current crisis while envisioning ways to tackle future threats. He asserted that the aim of modern structures should not only be to provide shelter and security, but also to provide comfort and safety. He also asked for engaging the local artists and artisans for construction and design-related works in smart city projects. As part of the ongoing crackdown to prevent illegal activities, troops of the Assam Rifles seized Myanmar's Areca nut in general area Padampukri, Dimapur yesterday. Assam Rifles PRO said that based on specific information on consignment of contraband, AR troops launched the operation and recovered 1,040 bags of the contraband Myanmar's Areca nuts amounting to 2 crore rupees. The PRO said that the seized contraband was handed over to Custom Preventive Division officials, Dimapur. The Drugs Controller General of India has approved Eulizumab for restricted emergency use on COVID-19 patients with moderate to severe acute respiratory distress syndrome. Drugs Controller General of India has approved Eulizumab injection for the treatment of cytokine release syndrome in moderate to severe acute respiratory distress syndrome in patients due to COVID-19. After satisfactory results from clinical trials, the drug was approved. Eulizumab injection is already an approved drug of Biocon Limited used for treatment of patients with active moderate to severe psoriasis. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio on the 26th of this month. It will be the 67th episode of the monthly radio program. In a tweet, Modi asked people to share inspiring anecdotes of how collective efforts have brought about positive changes and transformed many lives. People can send their inputs for Mann Ki Baat by dialing 1-800-117800. I repeat, 1-800-117800 and recording a message. They can also share inputs on the specially created open forum on the Namo app or on MyGov. And to end the news, a reminder of the headlines. Nagaland government welcomes ENPO decision to forgive state government on the May 26 Tuensang fiasco. Another 16 patients test COVID-19 positive, increasing the total cases in Nagaland to 748. Wokha District Administration, Police and Forest Department carries out anti-encroachment drive, and Union HRD Ministry formulates detailed SOP for conducting university examinations in the country. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.